full day in the life, 1 week out from Love Island, All-Star season. So Paul has just arrived and he is going to be taking over the camera for today. Here he is, man's ready. Let's do it, mate. So, where are we at then? It's been a while. So obviously we are 1 week out from Love Island. We fly to South Africa next week. So yeah, I thought that it'd be good to kind of fill you guys in and everything that's happened. And over the last few weeks, we've had to go down to London. We filmed our VT, which you guys would have seen by now. I think that's always dead interesting, the fact that you know what you've seen and I don't know yet. So hopefully that came across a lot better than the first time, because my first VT clip haunts me to this day. And I think that genuinely you can see the difference in the maturity in me from that 24-year-old guy to now nearly 30, and how much I've literally came on in life. And I hope it really comes across that way in my VT this time around. With the VTs, right, this is the thing, I think that everyone thinks that with Love Island we know who's going in, we know everything that's coming up. But we don't have a clue. They literally have us in a room. You've got all the other cast members in all different rooms because you're filming all different things throughout that day, like adverts. We're doing dress with the wardrobe, makeup, everything that day. And so you're all in different rooms at different times. You've got your person with you, your little chaperone. This time was actually better. We had our own stylist this time. We had our own makeup artist the whole way, and we had our own runner. So you're just like walking around with like 3 people looking after you. If there's a little bit of sweat, someone's wiping it. It felt really good, but it was funny because you know the way I am. Like the guys like pure trying to carry all my stuff. I'm like, bro, give me some. He's like, no. I'm like, bro, like I've got 2 hands, I can carry my own shit, you know. And you know the way I am, dead down to earth for that sort of stuff. But it was good. It was really good. You can tell that with the All-Star season, they've definitely taken it up a notch just with regards to the production of the adverts and the VTs and everything. So it was just so good. Like it's all the same team as before, and it just felt like the family was back. It was really, really nice. It was a really long day that day. I got up at 2 o'clock because we were getting picked up from the hotel at 7, and I had to, at that time in my diet, I was up to an hour of cardio. Luckily enough, I'm back down to like 30 minutes, so I had my hour of cardio to do, and I had to do my muscle group for the day because I knew I was flying back that night, so there was no way of getting it in. And a lot of people always say, like, do you think that you'd be better getting to sleep? But for me, if I don't get my training in the day, like I won't feel mentally set up for the day. That really does put me into a relaxed state, a focused state once I get my training out the way. So yeah, we'd done my training, got back, got ready, headed over to the studios, got there just about 7:30, and then we filmed from, by the time we'd done makeup and everything, about 8:30. And it was meant to be till 3 o'clock, but it ended up being on till about 6 o'clock. Then I had to go from central London all the way up to Stansted Airport. My flight was at 9:30. So yeah, I ended up, long story short, I ended up getting back into the house for 12 o'clock at night, and by the time I got to sleep, it was about 1 o'clock, so I'd literally done a 23-hour day. I could barely stand at the end of it. So I went down and seen one of my business partners and my business mentor as well, and we were just talking over like how to run the businesses when I'm in there, because ultimately I've got 3 businesses and now I'm going into a show for 6 weeks, and these businesses have to operate while I'm in there. They don't just stop. So we've just been putting things in place, and obviously as well, I wanted to make sure that I'm producing content for you guys when I'm in there. So we've just been creating some stuff, and it's coming up to January as well, so a lot of my followers now are all fitness based. So like the main thing that they follow me for is the value in fitness. So I've obviously had to get all my fitness content ready for you guys because I don't want to just abandon them in January. But effectively I've created like another page for that so people can follow it if they want to follow it. The guys that are following Love Island stuff, they'll see all that. Obviously at this stage you'll know my mum's taken over my Instagram. Hopefully she's not done anything silly yet. But who knows? So my mum's taking over my Instagram, so I'm just kind of like, you know, making sure she's got full control of that, and, you know, looking after people if they message, and, you know, we just want to make sure that this time around that we are looking after our audience. I think that last time around we didn't know what to expect, and you guys follow us, and I think that I take actually a lot of pride in that, like the fact that you're going out your way to follow us our journey, and I want to give you back as much value as possible. Hence why we're taking up the filming game. This man's costing me a fortune over here. Nah, but in all seriousness, we are taking up our filming game, and we want to give you real good value, give you good information, bring you into my life and show you what it's like. So yeah, that's exactly why we're doing this day in the life today. So we're going down, we're going to hit back in arms. So touching on the training session today, again, another thing that I've kind of said this before already, but the other thing that I wanted to do this time around is document my full transformation and document the full lead up to Love Island. As part of that, some of my training's going to be in there, and yeah, people were always curious of how I got in the shape I did, so I thought it would be good to document that. So today we're going to be training back in arms. The reason that I do back in arms together is back is my strongest muscle group, to the point where it just doesn't stop growing, and it's annoying because it's like out of proportion with the rest of my body. So you'll see in this workout I only do 2 exercises in my back, one for my back width and one for my back thickness. So one's like a pull down movement and the other's like a high rowing movement, and that's it. That's all I do in my back all week. The rest of the session is then focused on arms, because again, my triceps are probably one of my weaker areas, so I train my arms twice a week. They're also in with a push day as well. So yeah, that's what we've got to look forward to. We'll get a sick session in, sick little pump. Cardio's out the way now, which is great. Typically what would happen on days that we're not filming like this is I would do both in the winner, so I would do my training session and cardio straight in. But like I said, I didn't want to have Paul basically scratching his arse while I was doing cardio. So thank you. Yeah, I know you would have been a little bit bored. All this time leading up to the show, we've not even known if we were really getting it. Just waiting for a phone call to find out if we're going on. I mean, we only found out like a few weeks ago that we were actually definitely going. But me being me, I just planned for as if I was going on because I had to. I had no other choice but to, because if I'd just left it till now, then I would have probably had to close down all my businesses when I'm on there. There would have been no strategy for them running. So I'm glad that I did that, just so that can all run smoothly while I'm away and take that stress off me. With regards to after the filming day, that's what made it feel real. It made it feel so real that it was happening again. But what was really nice this time is, I think last time when we done the VT, I was very nervous, I didn't know what to expect, I just didn't really have fun with it. But this time around, I just took in every moment and I just lived in the moment. I felt every feeling and just enjoyed it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do in there, because we shouldn't have got this opportunity again. We shouldn't have got the feelings that we felt last time around. It was, honestly, I can't emphasise how many times in a week I look back and think about Love Island, the Love Island experience, how it was, how much I loved it, how much an amazing part of my life that was. And I don't know if even at that time I enjoyed it the way I should have. So now it's like literally nourishing every single moment, even the lead up, even the fact I'm dying on my diet, but embracing it, enjoying it. And yeah, I think that's quite a big lesson for life, is just like live in the moment, because you will look back on this one day and go, that was a really good period in my life, and you never get to enjoy it at that time. I believe you just take it for granted. So with this time around, I'm just going to literally take every moment. If I go out the first week, I go out the first week. I would have enjoyed every single day I was in there. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to looking at it from a different sort of point of view this time around. Usually you're dieting and training going into summer, and that's when you're most motivated. It's fucking winter. Like, there's so much temptation more than normal. There's Christmas, let's touch on Christmas. I was dieting on Christmas Day. So, like, it's just like a different type of year this year. But for me, I'm actually think that that's going to be advantageous to myself. Because a lot of people ain't willing to do that. So the guys that you probably have seen that went in other seasons ripped won't be this year, because this time of year is hard drinking, whatever. Obviously now I don't drink, so there's not that temptation there. But with regards to the body side of things, I've worked hard. I've worked really, really hard to get myself in shape. You can actually see it when we're watching back some of the clips from the lead-up videos, how my face is changing. I can feel my face has really came in now. I've probably got about, I reckon, the good thing is, right, we're a week away from flying, but then we've got another week in lockdown when we land there. So I've effectively still got 2 weeks of dieting, which at this stage and level of body fat that I'm at, 2 weeks is a lot. Like, there's daily changes that happen to your physique. So I think that I should be able to pull out a pretty good rig this time around. Obviously last time I did as well, so yeah, I'm using that as my sort of goal and my motivation for that. So gym is done, we've had meal number 1, vet, so now just time to get up and get some work done. So today I've got a really busy day. I've got to review my new fitness app. I've got my first builds back of that. I've also got my website to review for my personal brand, just myself. And then I have got to review the Popcorn Chef recipe guide, which is a healthy recipe guide that I've put together. And then this afternoon we're going to be doing some filming. So I'll take you guys up and I'll show you exactly the stuff that I've been working on over the last few months. I've been working so hard. Like, I've probably been doing 15, 16-hour days, putting a lot of stuff together, and that's all starting to come through. I've got a few company launches that I've had to actually basically delay because of Love Island. Obviously this was never in the plan for this year to be going away to film Love Island, but it's came about. Obviously I really want to do the show, so I've just had to simply put things off but make sure it's all ready for when I come back. So yeah, the team has been working hard and endlessly alongside myself to put everything together for delaying these launches and putting them back a little bit. Don't exactly know when these are going to be now, but I just want to have all the work done, because ultimately when you come off Love Island you are quite busy with other stuff, and I don't want to go down the route I went down last time where I just wasn't prepared for coming off the show and I was so busy that nothing got done. I've got more responsibilities now, I've got staff, I've got so much going on, and I just can't just come off the show and just go, all right, okay, I'm away on a 86-day PA tour again. So I'm just making sure everything's prepared in advance for that. So I've had to work really, really hard over the last few months, and so have my team. So is Paul, the videographer. He's been working his day job, then he's been working his night job. My designers have been on it. We had to get another editor in to edit the content. My web team, it's endless the shift the guys have been putting in just to make sure that everyone's you know, briefed for when I'm away, because ultimately with all the businesses, I basically dictate to everything, and it's me that controls everything. So now it's a case of putting people in place, putting the teams in place, new people starting. So it's been a graft. It's been a bit of graft. So now I'll get to be able to show you guys what I've been working on. I'll just show you a little bit over it. I'm going to then sit there for a few hours, review it properly, and then I'm going to get on to some filming later on today. We're filming basically some stuff for social media, for keeping the content up for when I'm on Love Island, because again, the fitness content needs to be kept up, the recipe content needs to be kept up for the socials, for the popcorn business, and yeah, the Can Do Crew stuff as well. So there's a lot to get through, and the days are running out. So yeah, let's get up to the office and review this content. So I've just had an email from Love Island. It looks like my itinerary. It's my itinerary for travel. So I leave here the 3rd of January, fly from Glasgow to Heathrow, stay overnight there, and then the next day we fly to South Africa. So I think the show will probably air, the way it'll work is we'll be in lockdown for a week. So the show will air on the 15th. So if we go away on the 4th, fly over to South Africa, get there the 5th, then what will happen is we'll have a full week from the Saturday to the Saturday in Cast Holdings, where we just basically, this week's class, because all you do is like you're on holiday with like a chaperone, someone with you, your phone and everything's off you. You guys will see we've been released. We don't get to see any of that. We still don't know who's going in. And then what will happen is we'll go into the villa on the Saturday, and you guys will see what's happened over the 2 days on the Monday. So yeah, that's getting real now. But anyway, that's not the reason we came onto the computer. That's just literally came through. What I've got to do today is I'll just show you guys. I've had my website through for antondannyluke.com, which is just sort of one place that's got my basically everything that I do now, because I've got so much going on. It's just sort of one place to go to rather than going on to all the individual websites. So this is it. AntonDannyLuke.com. I've got all my businesses in there now, so each individual business is in there. So that's the fitness business. You've got the popcorn business, and then the Can Do Crew as well, which is my kids' fitness and wellness app. Also as well, my documentary that I've done a few years back, links to that. My book that I brought out, my podcast that's coming soon as well, and then just on the sort of homepage we've just got like everything that I'm involved in. And yeah, it's just looking good. It's really came together. There's been a lot of work that's went into this whole project in itself, just to have all my ventures in the one place. So yeah, I'm thinking that looks really good. We're sort of rebranding myself as entrepreneur influencer, because I've got that many businesses, and my goal is to inspire like just people to inspire and motivate them, not only in business but in fitness, and just to become the best version of themselves. That's exactly what my book's about, is becoming the best version of yourself. And I think I understand that so much more after being on the journey I've been on the last few years. I actually want to write another book just based on everything that's happened, hitting all-time lows and how to come back from them. So that's going to be a project for me in 2024, is writing another book. I definitely want to do that. I got so much out of writing the first one. Yeah, so that's that website. So I'm going to go through and review that. That's the first task of today, and then give my feedback, any finishing touches for that side of thing. The next thing I've got to review today is my fitness app that I'm going to be launching next year at some point. I'm not exactly sure when the dates are. just purely because of Love Island, and I don't want to do that. So that's how that's looking now here. This is obviously the desktop view, so I'll need to run through all the meal plans, make sure they're all right, run through all the workout programs that are all right, because basically what I've had to do is set myself up as a user and make sure that everything's in place for that, and just run through like all the wording, etc. So that's a little bit of a job to do today. And then lastly, I have got for the popcorn business, I've created a healthy recipe guide. So next year I want to be really focusing on basically putting out healthy popcorn snacks. So what I've done with the macarons business is I've came into the business, I've retweaked the formula to a healthy snack, and popcorn is one of the healthiest snacks there is, but what's good about our brand is we don't have any artificial sweeteners, colourings or anything in it, and it's a low calorie snack, so I really want to focus on creating recipes through that. So I've created a full free recipe book, which I will need to review today, so that's just a look at that. So the popcorn chef's concoctions, and then I just need to literally go through each individual bit. I've tied in videos to it so that it's easy for the audience to see how to make the recipes, as you can see. So that'll be today's last task, and then we're on to some more filming for today. So busy morning, this will probably take about 2 or 3 hours to get through, and then we'll get onto some filming. So leave me to it, guys. I will need a few coffees here to get through all this work. So crazy, loving your body, baby. Girl, you want me to me. I just wanna let you know. Hope every day I get. Okay guys, so I've got to say I'm very, very happy with everything I've had through. There's a few tweaks that I need to make to the fitness app. The recipe guide's ready, the website's ready, it's just the fitness app. I've got a lot to fix in that, just a few little things. So I've sent all my information over to the appropriate team to get that sorted. So now we're off to do some filming. We're focusing on the popcorn chef filming today, which is going to be for Instagram and TikTok essentially. So I thought it'd be quite cool. What I'll do is I'll show you the sort of filming setup we've got. So this is the office that we've just been in, as you've seen. And then what I've done is I've set up a filming studio downstairs for everything, for all my content. So it's essentially looks like a house, I suppose. That was kind of the idea. So for the sort of home workout side of things, or if I'm filming any, I suppose if I'm filming any like more talks, or where it needs to be more a relaxed feel, we tend to do in here. Obviously you guys on YouTube, you get to see the behind the scenes of all this, and not so much the professional shots that look like we're in a house or whatever it may be. Over here we've got the kitchen area. So this is really important for next year, for where we're going to be filming the popcorn recipes, and also where I will be filming like any healthy recipes for my fitness business as well. So that's the sort of setup there. It looks exactly like a kitchen. So over in this room here is more of a dark room. We've got the green screen area as well. So in you come here. So yeah, this is like a dark room, because obviously we need the lights for the green screen. Obviously we've got the can-do crew there, some stuff. So we've worked hard in putting this setup together. So yeah, it's all coming together, but now we need to get on with some filming. So I need to get the apron on and get this done within the next couple of hours, and then get back up to the office to get on with some other stuff that we've got to do today, and see what happens when I'm away from the computer for like 2 hours or 3 hours. There's loads of emails and that to deal with. So yeah, let's get on with the filming. Man, what a day. We went through 12 recipes there. That was 12 recipes. It took quite a lot, because it took us a little bit of time to get into the flow of how we were going to do that. But that took us like 3 hours there. So it's mad. We're currently at what, 10 to 5 at night now. I've probably got another couple of hours in the office just to finalise a few bits. I've got just a few of the schedules to put together for where we see this content going out, because obviously I'm going to be in Love Island and the fitness content still needs to go out, the recipes need to go out on the appropriate pages. That's pretty much it, but we're nearly there now. I'm really happy with how everything's came together. I feel like I'm going into the next stage of my business career, which is really nice. Another day done, a few more hours in the office. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Obviously, you're watching this while I'm in Love Island. Been a lot of work that's went into it, with not only my body, but with my working life and my business life as well. So I'm looking forward to the break and being on Love Island and relaxing a little bit, knowing that everything's taken care of at this end. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. There's plenty of content coming out every Wednesday and Saturday while Love Island is on. See you guys probably tonight on Love Island.